One shot, let's begin. It's You by Amane. Translated and uploaded by You Scantillation, Still Learning, and Onimai. Alright. It is February, which is really not the February one, just for the entire month in February. And let's begin, everybody.
Well then, take care, my lady.
Hinazumi.
What is it?
Okay.
Let's stop by a cafe after school today. I need your advice on something. Wouldn't it be more calming to do that at home? I can't stay calm when it's too quiet. I want your advice on romance.
Amane.
Okay, see you later. Romance? My lady is in love. I have returned. She has someone she likes. Well, it's no surprise she is 17 already. I wonder if this person is like... No, it's not something that should concern me. But I'll be darned if I'm not curious. Come to think of it, she told me that there was a cool senpai. My senpai from club is just like a prince. But I think she said that senpai already has a lover. Not her, I guess. Who else could it be? Who? Time to tend the garden. Could it be me? No, I'm pretty much like family to my lady. That's not gonna happen. Is she out yet? And then, she's as cute as ever today. Just what kind of person could this beautiful flower have fallen in love with? Could it be one of her school friends? Ah, Hinazumi! You don't need to run. Cute, though. Welcome back, my lady. Should we go to the usual cafe? Sure, I don't mind. Let's get going. She seems to be enjoying herself.
Welcome. Please sit wherever you'd like. May I take your order?
Coffee? I'll have a peach tea. We had English class today.
Yes?
You remember that teacher?
Yes.
Today's bento was delicious. Is that so?
She sure can talk. Thank you for waiting. Here's your coffee and peach tea.
Mmm. If she talks to me so carefree like that, phew, I might get the wrong idea. Hey, Hinazumi. Um, yes, getting straight to it. I'm still not sure yet, but I think I'm in love with someone.
And what? There's no way she'd ask for romance advice from the person herself, is there?
Is this person like...
No. Is this person like...
I'm sorry. Should I not have asked? It's not that. About this person. She's sucking up that peach tea really quickly. It's someone cool.
Cool, you say? Are you talking about their appearance, or did something happen with them?
It's not like that. I see them on a regular basis and just think they're cool.
I see. So they catch your eye regularly, which means a classmate, perhaps.
What if it's someone from school?
Could be a teacher.
And also, they're always looking out for me.
There's someone who looks out for my lady more than I do.
You're kidding me.
Don't tell me. A teacher. Hey, how about you have a special lesson with me, Nizano-san?
A special lesson?
Has her eye caught on the exceptionally cute lady, and is giving her special lessons and the like. No, wait, I'm getting way too delusional here. If I think about this really statistically, it's gotta be me. Calm down.
And I love their appearance. They're well dressed, their uniform and accessories suit them. I want to be just like them someday.
I see. Yeah, that's probably not me. I could never imagine my lady wanting to be like me. Besides, since she said uniform, it's definitely a student. And if they're well dressed, they're not dressed in a messy way. So it must be a diligent student. No! Wait. There's the possibility that it's the delinquent who's well dressed in a messy uniform. My lady also said they were accessories. A diligent student would never wear accessories, would they? Could it be my sweet, innocent lady is attracted to a cool-looking, but a naughty student who's decked out with accessories and fusses over her. This cold sweat right on my back won't stop. Do you talk to this person?
Yeah, we talk all the time. We talked till late at night yesterday. They're a good listener that I end up talking way too much.
Yesterday?
Did I already tell you about my club?
You've got school tomorrow. Go to sleep already, my lady. But I was listening to my lady talking till late last night. Don't tell me she spoke with this person even later into the night. Oh, it's no good. My brain's getting all muddled.
And also, I'm looking forward to going out with them this weekend.
This weekend? For real? She said I'd like to go to the aquarium or looking at a magazine and invited me out. I said if I must and gave her the okay. My lady must have forgotten all about that. This weekend she'll be going somewhere with the person she likes. It's like my heart has just had a hole punched through it. My lady, are you going to confess to this person?
Confess, I couldn't.
You're not going to?
I'm not brave enough yet. If my love turns out to be one-sided, I'm sure to just be a bother. If I confess, it might ruin our current relationship.
Is there anyone who would be bothered by a confession from this cute lady? Surely not. What if my lady and this person started dating in public? They're already at the point where they're hanging out on weekends, so I'm sure this person would have caught on by now. Is this person now going to confess themselves? I'm sure I'll just act as usual and give them my blessing with a smile. Congratulations. I'll probably forget this feeling. I'm missing something.
Hey, Hinazumi, would it be better if I confessed?
That's right. Why don't you just confess? It's painful to hold those feelings in forever, right? No matter what happens, I'll always be on your side, my lady.
Really?
I don't believe I've ever lied to you.
I see. You're right. Then I guess I'll try confessing.
Sure. This is for the best. I do feel a bit lonely, but I'm certain that this is for the best. Even if I'm mistaken. Cold. And it doesn't end well. It would be wrong of me to think that I could be the one to console her. On a later day, I'm here at my lady's school. My goal today is to deliver that bento that my lady has forgotten.
Inazumi-san, here's your usual permit. It's totally not to identify who my lady is in.
It's totally not to identify who my lady is in love with or anything. I wonder if my lady is in her classroom.
And then Sarah-chan was all...
If I'm not mistaken, those are my lady's friends. Are they talking about my lady?
She said she's going on a date with the one she loves. How nice!
Yes, we've got to get the details from her later. Those two know who my lady's in love with. I have no choice but to go forth. Excuse me? Forgive my sudden intrusion, but there's something I want to ask you regarding Lady Sierra.
What? Sarah-chan's employee?
My name is Hinazumi.
Us?
May I ask us anything about the person my lady is in love with?
Inazumi?
My lady.
What are you doing here?
You forgot your bento, my lady.
Ah,
Hinazuma-san doesn't get it, huh? Sarah-chan must have it rough too. We're rooting for you. Hmm.
So, it's been a while since we last talked. Have you figured out who I'm in love with, Inazumi?
Did she hear me talking to her friends? No, I don't know specifically, but it's likely someone from your school. Yes?
Why?
Is it me, or is my lady looking less cheerful? Let me try to put this in order. First, it's someone who's cool, that you said you look at regularly.
Yes, I'm always watching.
And then you mentioned that this person is always looking out for you, so I would assume it would be a classmate or a teacher.
Oh? So, you don't think there's anyone else who would fuss over me that much?
There is. Nth shock.
So, what else?
They're well dressed in a uniform and wear accessories.
That's right. Oh, speaking of which, you're wearing pierced earrings too. I've always thought they suited you.
Ha! Thank you very much. And then you said you were talking to them until late the previous night. Even though you spoke to me a lot late last night, I didn't think that you'd end up calling someone on the phone. Afterwards. If I may ask, my lady, are you lacking sleep today?
Just to let you know, I'm not lacking sleep at all. I'm into bed the same time as usual.
Is that so?
I went to sleep at 8 p.m. on the dot.
And lastly, you said you were going on a date with this person this weekend.
That's right.
Ah, it's fine. I don't mind you forgot that you made plans with me.
Huh? There's no way I forgot. I'm going with you to the aquarium this weekend. Have you forgotten?
I didn't forget.
Did you think I'd neglect my promise with you to go out with this person? Do I look like a cheap woman who would forget her own promises to you?
No, not at all.
Then how about we go out the next day?
Why would you And then how about we go out the next day?
Why would you say that? Do you seriously not get it yet?
It can't be. No, there's no way that it's because if it is, it would mean my lady is looking at me in that way. My lady really is cute. My apologies, my lady.
No, I don't want to hear.
I'm bad at picking up on things. Could you tell me in words that I can understand? Could you confess to me? You see,
Yes. Inazumi, I love you.
Oh, no, no. Oh no, I got so into that. I got so into that. I feel so unsatisfied. I feel so unsatisfied. I want more. I want more. I want more. I was so into my element in that. I was doing so well. I wasn't paying attention to the page number. I was getting into it. I was. And then, oh my gosh, what happened there? I like this so much that I want more. And I think this is probably the biggest reaction I've had to this thing to whatever in a while, you know, where because a lot of these Yuris are really aren't tragedy; they're wholesome, and this isn't a tragedy. But I was getting into this so much, like this person, you know, being a little dense, being a little cool, calm, sophisticated, all of that stuff was so. Oh, I loved it. I loved it, and I know this is me being a little bit more raw than I usually am. I guess I'm kind of raw a lot of the time, but yeah, this is like I needed more than
Yes, Inazuma, I love you. You're so cool with the access. You're so cool. How calm and cool. You're so cool. The accessories you wear compliment you so much. You do so much for me. May not be the most perfect person, but you're always there for me no matter what. Whether it's for bringing me this bento earlier today, whether it's for taking care of me, or being the last thing I want to see, the last person I want to talk to before I sleep, person I want to go to the aquarium with. Inazume, it's you. I love you.
something like that, and then you'd go, "Thank you, my lady. I love you proper too." Right? Something like that. I think would be beautiful. I think this would be magnanimous, magnanimous, max. I don't know. I think something like that. Like, and you know, I'm not the writer here, and apparently this was just Googled by translator or Googled anon. But like, oh my gosh, and this is so beautifully written too. I feel like this could happen so often, so badly, and it's so great and amazing, and I'm like, oh, I give me like 5 more pages, give me a page or two, give me whatever. And I guess there is a certain beauty too, and like this final thing, where it's like the cool person who's calm, cool, collected. It's like, could you confess to me? And it goes, you see, I.
Yes,
And I know this is probably her.
you see, I. Yeah,
Or maybe it was,
you see,
yes.
Inazumi, I love you.
Something like that. And you know, and this is sometimes just me being, um, whatever, you know, because, you know, when, who's saying what? Because I think it's work either way. Where it goes, you see, I. Because it could be her, like, trying to confess, right? And, like, trying to go further here. And then she goes, yes. Um, and then this is, I don't know, this is so, like, well drawn and well everything. I I love this. It's so much. I want to bookmark this so much. Cause and I think part of this too is that I'm a fucking dumbass a lot of the time. I am not gonna lie about that. I can be a big fucking dumbass. Socially, emotionally, you know, I try to do my best, but I'm not necessarily gonna be, you know, the best person. I'm not gonna get everything right or whatever, and I could spend all the time, whatever, with someone else, and it's like, oh, okay. And it's like, right, right, right. And I think this character, you know, am I somebody who's calm, cool, and collected? I don't know. I think I can sometimes give off that appearance, you know, in public, and but you, whatever here, I'm not like, yes. I'm relatively expressive here. I'm definitely trying to get more in tune with my emotions as I get older, as I think there's a certain beauty in becoming more emotional as I get older. And you know, maybe this is something that just kind of happens as you like age a bit. And so like, yeah, more empathy, more life experiences. And with this person, I think she said that Senpai already has a lover. And it's like, okay, I could be pretty miserable at picking up at saying, I was like, I was at a professional development for teachers yesterday. and I was like complimenting pieces of doing that, and then there was this other teacher, and a woman teacher from another school, and she was like saying this that or the other, and like complimented her. I guess I'll give you a little bit of the messy lore, and this is a broader point to just kind of prove that like I could probably be a little clueless or whatever. But so it was a PD, it was an art PD, and I'm like, okay, make art and make like a poster about it, right? That shows that you've learned the objective, that you were conveying a social message. Okay, fair enough. This one person did like the Hungry Caterpillar, except it was with President Trump, who was going, like eating all the agencies because they're cutting things, right? And then I complimented that. I thought it was amazing, and I actually do have a picture, and I was going to show it off to my class as an example for when we do art in our classes, to convey a social message as well. And then great, I was like, got it. Like, dang, I should have gotten a picture of that. And then another opportunity. It's like, okay, let's go and like testimonial, when to go do it. The other person happened to be there, and it was like, oh, well then, okay, we chatted, whatever. I'm like, okay, I want to get the picture. Sent the picture. We gave the testimonials. They went back. And I'm like, all right, saw them. Time to go and like take the picture, chatted, do whatever. Okay, once you get thinking of an art piece, whatever. Went back to my seat. Then later on, like 2 hours later, they're like, oh, I thought of a name. And then she was very clearly, and I think now like trying to like convey interest um in me or whatever. Because like, oh hey, like I was like Taylor Swift in this thing here, and I'd love to see you and over here, there, at this RPD or whatever, and I'm like, holy shit, you're such a fucking dumbass. And instead, I offered to exchange work emails with her, and it's like, oh shit. I'm such a dweeb and in darkness. Like after, it's like, oh damn. Okay, I could have exchanged whatever and gone from there. And so yeah, and I think that's a good example. Like this person's giving all these signals, this, that, or the other. It's like, oh, you're being a complete dumbass, and that's okay. And that's something too. Like I could be prime, I could be proper, I could do this, that, or the other. And yeah, and so that's I think a lot of it too, is that God bless, is that I can relate a little bit too much to like not understanding things and be like, okay, signal, 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 and then it's not happening, right? Like, and it's a lot of that self-doubt, like, no, it couldn't possibly be me. It couldn't possibly be this person, this, that, or the other. Um, and like, who else could it be that'd be better suited? And so for this person, I relate to this thought process a bit too much. Where it's like, okay, who is this person that you're into? Because I will say, like, I recognize that, like, I'm like, okay, like recently, long term, and we're hearing all the messy details today. Like recently, like a long term friend of yours, it's like, oh shoot, I'm getting jealous. And when they're hanging out with other people doing this, I'm like, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. And it's like I could feel that internal clock kind of switch where it's like, oh, okay, damn, and like that jealousy, but also trying to be ultimately happy for them in a lot of respects. And it's like a struggle that you want to find out who's this, who's that, and ultimately it really doesn't matter. Except, I honestly don't think I'm that guy. And then, I know say whatever, but the real world's more complex and I'm not the main character. Right? I am a character in my life. I am the main, I guess the main character in my life, but that doesn't mean that I am that important necessarily. Like other people's lives or love stories or whatever have you be. It's not a movie where I get the gal because I'm the best pal. Oof. Oof. I gotta release my next rap album. Get the gal because you don't get the gal just because you're the best pal. That is some life advice. Just like don't do crack. That's whack. Don't do drugs. You get no hugs. All of these go super hard. uh, and so that's adorable. And all of this to say that like with this person, it's like, all right, hey, she talks about this person. Could it be that person? Or are they together? It could be one of her school friends, Hinazumi. Today's bento was delicious. To this and the other, I'm in love with this person. Um, yeah. And then like, yeah, that's probably not me. I think is another one. And it's really interesting because, and maybe that's a deeper seated thing. Like, why do you think it's not you? Maybe I should just become more overconfident in myself. That I don't think that's the worst type of thing. Oof, I like to go to the aquarium for real. Hmm. Why don't you just confess? It's painful to hold this feeling in forever. And stuff like this too, where it's like you're giving advice because ultimately you want them to be happy. You want them to do their best. And I'm like, yeah, is it painful to hold those feelings in forever? Yeah, it kind of is. But that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes helping other people be happy is the way. And I will say the one part of like I guess a little bit of criticism I could have about this is like I was like face here, about the same. I know the pigtails were like different or whatever, but sure. But yeah, that's kind of was the main thing. I thought she was talking with whatever. But then you could see the cuteness, the prince here, and that's where it makes it clear to the audience, oh, this is a cute prince that you were talking about. And then it's also like you could understand the like this person here being clueless and like yes they're kind of checked out, they're like doing whatever, going through the motions of these very painful conversations, and this person's agitated like well how did you not realize it, I just give you the information, stuff like that. And the fact is this person isn't a rejection, it's just them being kind of dumb. It's like yes, this person's here, how does that describe anybody but me? I've gone through a little bit of this scenario maybe. So what else? Hmm. And it's like, right. Then you're like, oh, here's your earrings. And then this person being really dumb is like, oh, yeah, thanks for that there. And it's like, no, no, no. All your fears are like, whatever. Like, no, 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 you're right. And then I could see the agitation, but also the like love that she feels there. And it's like, it was nice to kind of play this part here. There's no way I forgot. I'm going to do a cry. I didn't forget. And this one too, where I could see like she's angry and frustrated. Because when you get angry sometimes, you do get, tearful. Do you think I neglect my promise to you to go out with this person? Do I look like a cheap woman who forget her own promises to you? No, not at all. And then it's like, oh, are you that dumb? And it's like, oh, maybe it is me. One day, one day. But yeah, so I love the build up. I love the whatever. And I think this is a very real thing. We're like, okay, you look at everything you're not, right? But I think that's something that, I tell people sometimes, and I do need to reflect. Don't define yourself by what you're not, right? And yeah, also, I'm just gonna. I've been practicing drawing as of late, and this is look at that. I'm learning. Look at the guy, because yeah, I thought that was neat, and I wanna. Been reading a lot of manga, and I'm like, hey, oh, I ruined the camera focus. Oh no. Whatever, that's fine. Um, but yeah, with the art, I've been reading a lot of manga, and I feel like at some point I just got to kind of learn at least a little bit of drawing skill, and then like from there I can like greater empathize and do this side or the other with manga, and we'll see. Maybe this will be my new TikTok series where I try. How do I don't even know. Where I try to do whatever, right? Let me learn how to draw. Good stuff, good story. There's a reason that this one was 8.4 out of 10. Yeah, and from this one to this one, it's great. Um, and with all that being said, though, thank you for watching, everybody. I hope your day and your life is quite wonderful. With all that being said, like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for being born, y'all. Peace.